The second coming, a nation divided, Donald Trump's return to the political stage was nothing short of improbable. After the tumult of his first term and the shadows of January 6th, few predicted his resurgence. Yet he defied the odds, harnessing a groundswell of support from his loyal base. This unlikely comeback has left America once again deeply divided. A recent Marist poll reveals the extent of this chasm. 42% of Americans approve of the direction Trump is taking the country. Conversely, 51% disapprove. These numbers highlight the tightrope Trump walks as he navigates his second term. The scars of the past are far from healed. The January 6th insurrection continues to cast a long shadow, a stark reminder of the fragility of American democracy. Trump's rhetoric, often inflammatory and divisive, continues to electrify his base while alienating his detractors. This polarization is evident in the responses to his policies, with fervent support from his base and staunch opposition from his critics. The nation stands at a crossroads. The art of the deal, again economics and controversy. Trump's economic policies, much like his first term, have been a lightning rod for controversy. He touts his signature tariffs as a victory for American workers. He points to companies like Apple and Nvidia, claiming they are bringing manufacturing back to US soil due to his policies. He highlights support from retail giants such as Walmart, Home Depot, and Target as evidence of his success. However, public perception tells a different story. A Marist poll reveals that 57% of Americans believe these tariffs are detrimental to the economy. This sentiment underscores the challenges Trump faces in convincing the public of his economic achievements. The debate over the efficacy of his policies rages on. Trump insists that grocery and energy prices have decreased under his watch. However, he acknowledges that interest rates remain unchanged. He claims his policies are the driving force behind current economic conditions. Yet 39% of Americans attribute these conditions to the legacy of the previous administration. Law and order. Trump-style domestic policies. On the domestic front, Trump continues to champion a law and order agenda. He remains a staunch defender of the police and a vocal critic of what he perceives as leniency towards criminals. One of his most controversial actions has been the pardoning of individuals imprisoned for their roles in the January 6th insurrection. This decision has drawn sharp criticism from those who believe it undermines the rule of law. Trump, however, remains defiant, framing it as an act of compassion. Beyond criminal justice, Trump has taken aim at what he calls radical elements,